Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a part 2 video to my favorite products video. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave the link to that video in the description box. So in this video, we're going to talk about hair growth and how to maintain healthy hair. Now, this is going to be based on my own personal experience, what I've learned over the years, and from doing my own research. You may or you may not agree with me, and that's perfectly fine. That's what we're here for. I'm just here to share what I've learned, and you may use that information however you choose to. So with that being said, let's get started. So now I've seen a lot of these how to grow your hair fast videos, and I feel like the majority of them are very misleading. Again, you don't have to agree with me. This is just personally what I think. And most of them are basically just throwing products at you guys saying, if you use this product or if you do this method and if you do this and that, your hair is going to grow 20 inches in 1 year, which I feel like is ridiculous. People are out here literally selling dreams and, you know, giving people false hope. So in my opinion, the main contributor to hair growth and maintaining healthy hair comes down to 4 main factors, and I'm going to list them in the order of what I think is the most important. So the number 1 factor to hair growth and hair health is genetics. And I say genetics because your genetic makeup is what determines how fast your hair grows, your hair texture, your hair color, and the thickness of your hair's density, how many individual single strands of hair that you have on your hair. That's why some people have fine hair, some people have thick hair, some people have thin hair, some people have coarse hair, some people have looser textured hair, and some people have kinky hair. All of that is predetermined genetically. So for me personally, my mom has a lot of thick, coarse, kinky hair, so that's where I get it from. I'm going to insert a clip somewhere in here of my mom's hair. So when you're watching all these YouTubers, I'm just trying to keep it real with you guys. When you watch all these YouTubers, it's good to get inspiration, use them as inspiration and as a guide for you to follow on how to take good care of your hair and product recommendations that you could use that might be good for your hair. But their hair should not be your hair goals. A healthy version of your own hair should be your hair goals. One thing that makes Black women so beautiful and magical is that all of us are different. We all have different textures of hair, colors, curl patterns, this and that. So you can't say I'm going to be doing the same regimen and using the same products so that the girl on YouTube is using so that my hair can look exactly like hers, because it's not going to look exactly like hers because you're genetically different. So try as much as possible not to compare yourself with other people that you see on social media or on YouTube. Perfect example, some of the people that I big chopped with, these are some of the YouTubers that I watch who we big chopped around the same time, but I'm looking at them and their hair is much longer than mine is at this stage. And I'm just like, I used to compare myself to them and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Why is my hair not 15 inches and their hair is 15 inches and we big chopped around the same time? And there's also some YouTubers I've seen that we big chopped around the same time and my hair is longer than theirs. So as you can see, it's not because I'm not taking good care of my hair. I am. It's just that genetically their hair grows faster than mine, or my hair grows faster than theirs. So I feel like that's one of the biggest mistakes that we make when we first go natural, is comparing our hair to others, and that can take the fun out of the natural hair journey. That's why a lot of girls these days are so frustrated with their hair, because They're seeing how much other people's hair are growing and they're not getting the same results, and they feel like they're doing something wrong, and it shouldn't be like that. Natural hair journey should be fun. Love and be happy with whatever hair that God gave you naturally. Experiment with different styles and have fun with it, and just only use other people as inspiration and as a guide, but never compare yourself to other people. Okay, so now moving on to number 2, which I think is self-care. And by self-care, I mean what you're putting inside your body. And I know many people might not agree with me, but I really truly do feel like what we put inside our body also shows on our outward appearance. So are you eating healthy? Are you eating more fruits and vegetables? How much water are you drinking? So personally for me, I try to stay away from processed foods, and keyword try. I'm not saying I'm perfect and I'm the most healthiest person in the world, but what I try to do is I make sure that the majority of what I eat is what I cooked myself. So that way I'm able to control the ingredients. I know what's inside the food that I'm eating, and I know what's going inside my body. So of course, every now and then I will eat out or buy something that's already made, but I try to make sure that I limit that as much as possible, and I'm only eating fresh produce that I prepare myself in the kitchen. As you all already know, natural hair requires a lot of moisture, and that's not just the external water that you put on your hair, but also internally as well. You need to make sure that your body is hydrated. So make sure that you're drinking a lot of water, and make sure that you're mindful of what you're putting inside of your body. So number 3 is hair care. And I feel like the most important thing when it comes to hair care is moisture, moisture, moisture. Natural hair needs a lot of moisture. So you cannot neglect your hair under protective styles and not touch it with water or any kind of moisturizer for months and expect your hair to be healthy. It's just not going to happen. So whenever your hair feels dry, you need to moisturize it. Are you keeping your hair moisturized? That's the number one thing. So whenever your hair, you need to listen to your hair. If your hair feels dry, you need to moisturize it. And by moisture, most people think products, which is true, but the number one moisture is water. So me personally, I moisturize my hair probably maybe every 2 to 3 days. It depends on the product that I use and how well my hair maintains that moisture. But whenever my hair feels dry, I make sure that I'm right there with my spray bottle. I spritz it with water, and then I seal that moisture in with a hair cream or an oil and stuff like that. So number 2 is your hair care regimen. Of course, you need to make sure that you're clarifying your hair. If you have a lot of product buildup, you need to get it out. So you need to clarify your scalp. Personally, I believe in shampooing your hair. I know some people don't do that. They prefer to co-wash, but I think if you have so much dirt on your hair, then you're not going to be able to absorb all the nutrients of the new products that you're putting inside of your hair. You need to clean out the dirt first so that your pores don't clog up and you can receive the nutrients of the new products that you're putting on your hair. So I wash my hair every 2 weeks, and I make sure that I put my shampoo directly on my scalp, and I do a very rigorous scalp massage for at least 1 minute or more before I rinse it out to make sure that I'm unclogging all my pores and removing all of the buildup. So cleanse your hair and also moisturize your hair. Try to deep condition as much as possible. I know not everybody has time to be doing all that extended wash day routine, but whenever you do have the time, try to deep condition if you can. I try to do it every 2 weeks on my wash days, but I'm not even gonna lie, it's not every wash day that I'm able to do it, and doing it once a month is even fine, or maybe every other month, but as long as you're mindful and you're keeping that moisture routine, your hair will benefit from it. Another tip for hair care is making sure that you're trimming your dead ends. Once your hair, a single strand of your hair splits, it's gonna keep splitting all the way up your hair shaft. So the sooner you cut it off, the better it will be for you. So once your hair starts to feel rough, once you have too many single strand knots, once you start to see a lot of split ends, go ahead and trim it off. That way it doesn't become a bigger problem for you later on down the road. So trim your ends when needed, keep your hair moisturized, deep condition whenever you can, and also try to avoid hairstyles that are too tight on your scalp that can pull out your hair. So I know some of you like protective styling. When you do, just make sure that they're not too tight and causing too much stress on your hair. So the fourth factor for me, which people probably think is the most important, but personally for me, I feel like that's the least important, is products. Of course, with so many different hair textures and different hair needs, the same product that I use might not work for you. People with looser curl patterns need different products than I do. And so this comes down to trial and error. You have to experiment with different products to see what will work best for your hair. And when I'm shopping for products, I try to focus mainly on moisture because that's what my hair needs the most. So I tend to stick with the products that keep my hair moisturized the longest. So once I find that, then, you know, like the definition and the hold and everything else comes second. I can always add a gel or a mousse or something to my twist out and braid outs to get my hair to look defined. So again, like I said, with products, the only thing you have to do is trial and error. You have to experiment with different products, and once you figure out what works best for your hair and what keeps your hair moisturized, then you just stick with it. So yeah, these are the 4 main factors that I think is the most important when it comes to hair growth and health care, which is genetics, self-care, hair care, and products. So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you agree with me or disagree with me, or if you have other methods that you use to maintain healthy head of hair or to keep your hair growing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.